Hello everybody, in today's video we're going to be talking about Rexy vs Spino and why it is not close. So let's get into it right here in a second. So to start off, I'm just going to list Rexy's main feat that's going to bring her to where she will not get damaged by Spino really that much. And this feat would be her tanking a tank shot in the comics. And she even tears the tank apart. And this is also stated to be an official continuation of the comics, which I will put on the screen here in a second, and then we will get into another thing right here in a bit. Right before we get into that official continuation, how that is actually canon, I just want to say that an average tank today delivers 10,000 tons of force. So just imagine a dinosaur getting hit with 20,000 pounds of force, and they just tank it. So imagine that happening to Rexy. Alright, now that we're done with that, we're gonna list why Rexy's AP and striking strength should be able to damage Spino to a deadly degree. So first off, we're gonna start off with Bull being stated to have the capacity to destroy Spino. So this is actually very consistent because we see Bull the whole time while fighting Spino. He literally overpowers him right until he dazes himself. And we know that Rexy, whenever she rams into something, she hasn't dazed herself. Proof of this would be the Indominus versus Rexy fight. So just search up Jurassic World Final Fight and you'll see what I mean. But basically, here in this clip you'll see coming up, you're going to see Bull daze himself and then right after that get his neck snapped. And then we see him literally overpowering him here until he hits him with a ram. It's not this one, but it's the one after this. And he gets dazed and Spinosaurus gets the opportunity. Right here is where it happens. See, he's literally standing there looking at Spino because he's dazed. And then he gets his neck snapped right here. So this would just mean that Rexy, since she has this durability feat that has her tank a tank shot and there's nothing to justify Spino's AP being able to damage her when she's tanked something that has 2,000 tons of force. So that's basically that, but we're going to cover her AP real quick. So her AP should be greater than Bull's because Bull is stated to be a scavenger, and whenever you're a scavenger, that just means you don't have the physical capability to be able to hunt, which means he should not be muscular or stronger than her. And it's also stated that he's about 5,400 in tonnes, or 6 tons in US tons. Sorry about that little cut right there. But yeah, so this should be able to justify that he has less muscle mass, because whenever you weigh less, you usually tend to have less muscle mass. And this is justified because we see like a 110-pound person versus a 140-pound person. The 110-pound person usually cannot lift 100 pounds unless they actually lift weights. But the 140-pound person can do it with ease because they have more muscle mass because they weigh more. So overall from that, we should be able to conclude that Rexy's AP and durability are really good. And since her AP is enough to damage Spino to a deadly degree, Spino's going to have a really rough time, especially since she's stronger than Bull. And then I really want to talk about this Dura feat. So basically, this durability feat is probably one of the most OP things in the verse, maybe except for Indom getting bit by the Mosasaur, but that's it. So it delivers 10,000 tons of force, roughly estimated. So that is gonna be a lot of force, and I don't think we've ever seen any dinosaur in the franchise tank something like this. So this would just be enough of a durability advantage against Spino to where she could literally just tank whatever he throws at her. Like, he cannot damage her really to even a mild degree maybe, but he should not be able to damage her to a harmful degree. Maybe he can deliver a couple of scratches and maybe a couple bite marks, but that's it. So now that we've covered that about how he can't really damage her that much, even if you try to argue his arms, we know that she's stronger than Bull, so therefore she should be able to escape the grip. And because we see Big Edie in a scene, kind of it cuts from one scene of her being bit and then cuts to her not being out of that bite, which means she should have escaped, because Spino, why would he have just let go? So that means that she escaped. And since we know Rexy is obviously stronger because she fought a stronger opponent, Indominus, and I could justify this in another video, but we're not going to bring all that up. She should be able to, beat Big Edie, and I think this is pretty obvious, but that's besides the point. Let's just get back into what the video is talking about. So since her AP is enough to damage Spino to a deadly degree based off a Bull's statement, and her Dura is enough to withstand a lot of Spino's attacks, and he will just get, exhausted. So this would mean that Rexy could literally just outlast him. But she doesn't have to outlast him, and I'm going to list why. So earlier in the clip, we see Bull ram into Spino. We see Spino literally go maybe 6 feet flying, and then he comes back. So we see that. So, since we know Rexy has the capability to toss a 10.5 tonnes object, which is the Indominus Rex, even farther than what Bull did, we should be able to conclude that she should be able to ram Spino to the ground, and she won't daze herself because Bull wasn't able to tank his AP, but Rexy is. And I'm going to explain also why AP equals Dura. So basically the whole explanation is Newton's third law and how it's action-reaction. So for every action there's an opposite force with the exact same amount of force coming at you. So you get hit with basically what force you hit them with. So Bull was not able to tank this. He dazed himself. But since Rexy is able to tank her Brams, she should be able to knock over Spino and no problem just bite down on him and kill him. We see her do this to the Tarbosaurus and Camp Cretaceous in another series thing. I'm not exactly sure what it was. But we should be able to conclude that she should be able to bite down on him and kill him. This is the big reason why is because her AP is above Bull, for one. And then it's also stated that a Tyrannosaurus Rex bite force should be able to shatter through the toughest of hides. And Bull was mentioned in this same clip, which means that he has a bite force able to shatter Spino's hide or bones. So this means, since we've already concluded Rexy's AP is stronger, this should mean that she should be able to deliver more force within her bite force and be able to shatter him and just kill him ultimately that way. But that's pretty much it. I basically covered all I needed to cover. If you disagree, my Discord is in my bio. You know, you can just discuss with me in there. But that's all that I really have to say. But yeah, that's all I've got to say, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I know my explanation was a little bad because I keep stuttering all that. I'm just not that great at YouTube videos. But anyways, bye.